Hello, Ascending Souls. It's Coach Renee. And yeah, I know it's been a minute, but I wanted to share some information with you. In the Nest, in Renee's Nest and Patreon, we have our meeting throughout the month. And last month, on the 27th day of December, or usually in the last week, but this was the 27th of December, we had a great meeting. And that meeting or that session was where I received the intuitive message for the incoming month. The overall energy that Spirit gave us was dedication. And along with that, we usually get an archetypal energy to be mindful of, as well as a spirit animal. This month, the archetypes were gossip and the vampire. Why is that so important? Gossip. Please note the archetypes, light and shadow, as well as the vampire. Why is that so important? Because it's important to know that as we are mindful of the people and places and things around us that may not serve our highest good, as we are reminded to be aware of those things that siphon our life force energy. Some of them have been generational, some of them have been recent, and some of them have just been ongoing. But Spirit is revealing to us that there is a person, place, or thing that is taking from your life force energy, your ability to create, your ability to manifest all of your life force. And 9 times out of 10, without knowing it, we have given permission. So as we begin to acknowledge, as it says, become aware, it says, makes you aware that something or someone is draining. You're feeling tired. You can't seem to get to that pinnacle. Every time you get to this point, something else happened. It could be any kind of curse. It could be any kind of spell. It could be you giving away energy. It could be a familiar spirit. Whatever it is, Spirit wants you to be mindful. And conversely, if you are the person who is knowingly siphoning energy, if in the past you've been that person to take advantage of others, we're seeing it all in the news with celebrities and all. The veil is falling. And all of the vampires, all of those who intended to take from others without them knowing it, all of those who have not maliciously been a vampire, but you know how you can be around those people, and once you leave them, you feel just as depleted, like your energy is gone. It is time to let it go. It is time to let it go. And what happens with energy vampires is once they find out, they typically like to go and tell what they know. Yeah, they don't hold secrets. They want to make sure that because they weren't able to get what they needed, then they're going to pull out all the stops. We're seeing that happen all over the place. Now, there are people who need to be exposed, and that's what all of this is about. So I want you to go into hermit mode yourself. And I want you to check out the vampire type energies. Look at what's happening in your life. What are the cycles that continue to happen that makes you say to yourself, now how in the world is that happening? Again, who are the people, places, and things that Spirit is asking you to relinquish? Are you that person who has been chronically complaining, always going through the same cycle and draining the energies of others? Remember, these archetypal energies are not just showing up in us individually, but as we acknowledge these archetypal energies, we'll also being able to see how it is opening up in such a big way in the world. The revelation of things that have been kept under the rug, people who of influence who we may have been revering, and now the information is coming out. So be mindful, and be mindful also when this information starts to come up that your energy is not siphoned by paying attention too much of the distraction. Because although the information may or may not be true, your attention to density causes a siphoning of your energy. So be mindful as things are revealed, whether they're in your life, whether about the people, the places, of things that you know about. Be mindful of how these archetypes will affect your life in the month of January. Stay dedicated to maintaining your integrity, to maintain your energetic flow. And if anything impedes it, you will be the first to know. Thank you so much, Ascending Souls, for your awakening. Don't forget to mirror you. Be balanced, be inspired, and continue to grow.